Hi, this is a guitar tutorial for the song Such a Funny Way by Sabrina Carpenter. Somebody requested the chords on my video, so I thought it would be easier to just make a guitar tutorial instead of trying to explain the chords over the comments, so this is what I'm doing. So you're going to want to start out with your capo on the 2nd fret, and then the first chord you're going to play is easy F, not bar chord F. You can do that if you want to, but it's way easier to switch between the chords with easy F because the next chord is C and they're pretty close together. So the first chord is going to be easy F and then a C. And then that's going to be for the whole first verse and second verse. It's going to be the same thing. So you're just going to play that. So much that you don't have the words. Keep me far from friends and family. Baby, that's just one of your quirks. And then it's going to go to the pre-chorus and you're going to switch to D minor. So that it's going to sound like, yeah, you know just how to thrill me. Oh, honey, how you kill me. And so the chords I played just there were D minor, and then it switched to G, kill me, but then I switched to G7 to give it that little sound. You don't have to, you can just do the just how to thrill me, oh honey, how you kill me. But I feel like it sounds better when you add a little bit of the G7. So from G it's like. So again, you don't have to do that, but I like the way it sounds when I do that. So for the chorus, you're gonna start out with a C chord. And you can just do C, but again, I like to add a little bit of like twang to it, I guess. I think it sounds better this way. So this is the way I played it in my video. I did C, and then I took my index finger off. So that's all you do. So you just play C, and then you take your index finger off. So it'll sound like this. You have such a funny way of saying I love you. It just adds a little bit to it. You don't have to. You can just play C, but I like doing that after. So I'll start out by playing just regular C. You have such a funny way. And then when it comes to way, I take my index finger off. So you have such a funny way. And so it's going to sound like that. And then the next chord, you're going to do A minor. And it's just going to sound like that. And then after that, you're going to go to D minor. Forgetting me more every day. And this is the same thing with the C chord. You can just play the D. It doesn't matter. It'll probably sound fine. But the way I played it in the video is I played D minor. And then I took my index finger off. So it'll sound like this. Forgetting me more every day. And then day is when I take my index finger off. So forgetting me more every day gets me every time. And so what I just played after the D minor is I played G. And this is the same thing in the pre-chorus, so it's going to be G and then G7. When I call you but you're not replying, oh, I'm sure you're busy 'cause you're trying. D, and then index finger off, and then G, and then G7. Funny way, and you go to C. And so for the second verse, I like to finger pick it because it kind of sounds like that in the song. So for the second verse, it's the same thing with the F, and I just do. You don't have to. Again, I don't have a strumming pattern. You can strum it however you want. But for the second verse, to make it sound most like the song, I just do a little finger picking. So now we can try to play a little bit of it together. So we're gonna start with the second verse going into the pre-chorus and chorus. My sweater from the night we met, how sweet that you're returning it. Oh, what a lovely sentiment. You said don't contact me again. And what a strange coincidence. Your grandma died and died again. And I would send condolences if one of my phone calls would just go through. You kill me in many ways, you do. My baby, you have such a funny way of saying I love you. Forgetting me more every day, it gets me every time. When I call you but you're not replying, oh, I'm sure you're busy 'cause you're trying to show me I'm the girl you long for every day. You have such a funny way. And so it's the same thing throughout the rest of the song. And then when it gets to the bridge, it's the same chords as the chorus. So it's funny you're out drinking, funny I'm at home, funny everybody knows something that I don't, funny how I do this every single time, so funny that I have to laugh just so I don't cry. And so yeah, it's the same thing with the bridge, and then it's going to be the same thing with the ending chorus. It's you have such a funny way, take your index finger off, of saying I love you, A minor, and then D minor, forgetting me more every, index finger off, day, it gets me every, G, time, and then G7, when I call you but you, and yeah, it's the same thing. So I hope that helps. They're pretty simple chords, but if you're new to guitar, it can be a little complicated. But I'm sorry if I was like explaining too much into detail or didn't explain it enough. Again, I've never done a guitar tutorial before, but that is the full song on guitar. That's all the chords. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you would like any other guitar tutorials, you can comment below, but I'm not an expert. That's not usually the content that I post. I can do it because most of the chords that I play are pretty simple. So I hope everybody enjoyed, and I hope that it was easy for you to understand. Again, this is my first time ever doing anything like this. I'm not a teacher, but, you know, I tried. So I hope it was easy enough for you to understand, and I hope I can help at least one person know how to play the song. So thank you to anybody who watches the video. I appreciate it, and I appreciate all of my subscribers. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.